Well, good afternoon. I am wandering across a big long floodplain. I'm at Godstow, besides the River Thames. This is Oxford and District Angling Association water, which have got loads of affiliated clubs, and fantastic bit of river. I just thought I'd have a little recce because we've had a bucket load of rain. It's absolutely bucketed down the last couple of days, and last time I had a walk along here, it was tap water clear, very, very weedy. I had a couple of prospective chucks with a Ned rig. Absolute waste of time that was, because the weed was a right pain, and it just made me realise that I should be fishing a different sort of presentation. So I'm going to come with I've got a Carolina rig set up, and we'll see if we can avoid the weed with a Carolina rig and see what we can catch on that. But anywhere around here is where I fancy, and so we'll work our way down above and below the weir at Godstow Lock. See how we go on. Right, we'll start off here. I'll show you a very quick look at the rig. I've got a Carolina rig, fishing weedless. That's a size 2 Gurza hook and a little curly tail worm, and it's I'm going to say that's 60 centimetre tail, and then 60 centimetre fluorocarbon, and I'm running it straight onto the braid. That's my weight. It's about 5, 6, 7 grams, something like that, to a swivel. 6 pound fluorocarbon, 012 braid, very thick braid, very strong braid, because this is on my beefier setup, and 5 to 20 gram rating rod, because I could hook anything here, but I'm primarily after perch. Might catch a chub, might catch a jack, but it's perch on a worm imitation I fancy. I don't know the exact make of this one. I've tried to look it up before I came, but it's a curly tail worm anyway. I've had them ages, and we'll see if we can catch on that. Fish weedless, size 2 hook. I could swap to a bigger hook and a bigger worm imitation or something, but we'll start off on that. Just fancy trying to catch on that. And the beauty of that is that the weight and the hook bait are nice and separate, so we should bypass most of the weed. That's the theory. So but yeah, I don't fish a lot of Carolina rigs, but I should, especially on a venue like this. It's very, very weedy, so we'll just let that sink. And like I say, I'm after perch. The opposite bank, I know they had the Oxford Winter League there last week, and next to no roach were caught, but loads of perch. They're all perch weights, so we've got every chance of catching a big perch. But I don't care what size we get, we just want some nice... Oh, I thought that was a fish. It might have been weed. Yeah, I think that was a bit of weed. So the weight's going to catch up on the weed, but the main thing is the lure won't. And where the weir comes in, we might it might be better than this spot. I think there's a little bit less weed where the faster flow is. But I'll work on a relatively fast retrieve, because I don't want it to sink too much and go through the weed. So work it relatively fast to begin with, because I think if you let it go, it's just gonna... Yeah, there's a bank of weed just there, so we'll reel it quickly over that a little bit. That's all right, we haven't got caught that time. So but yeah, I'm no expert at this. I think we all realise that by now. But it's just something nice to do to pass the time. This bit here might be a bit too weedy for this, but I know below it's not so bad. I can just about reach that pontoon jetty. Some people run the weight onto an extra strong bit of fluorocarbon, but I'm just running it on the braid. I'll re-rig this up after today anyway, so it's not going to be left set up for long, so it will last a session of the weight hitting that swivel knot. Let's go. We'll have a few casts here, but I'm quite keen to go didn't go half as far as I thought. I'm quite keen to go where the weir comes in. Oh, there's a load of paddle boarders coming up. I assume they're coming this way. So we're not doing too bad with the weed. We're catching it occasionally. there could be some nice fish about here. The other side there, where the trout in, it's been on Inspector Morse and all sorts, I think it has. So very famous part of the river, this Godstow. There's a famous abbey on the other bank as well, or nunnery or whatever it is, monastery, ruins anyway. We'll just let that settle. That's the main channel there, where it sort of splits and joins, and if you look on a map it goes here, there and everywhere, this bit. There's a lock the other side, so this bit doesn't get navigated by boats. It shouldn't do, other than canoeists and things. A bit of weed again. Quite keen to move pretty quickly towards the weir. I thought I'd have a quick go here just because it looked reasonable. Not really. I need it a little bit clearer bottom than this one. I know where the weir is, it is. We'll have a wander up there. Paddle boarders are coming anyway, so we'll give them a wide berth and we'll carry on. Looks absolutely mint here. You can smell it as well. I love the smell of a weir pool. Nice overhanging tree there. Snap my worm. I've got other imitations we can try, but I'm quite keen on catching on this curly tail. Hoping more like to catch a perch, but I've got a crayfish and all sorts of other things I can try. Looks nice here. Very shallow. I'm sure we'll get all that off every time. A bit tedious doing this every time, but it's okay. Don't mind if you eventually catch a fish, do you? Oh yeah. Right under those trees now. Just leave it. Just watch what's happening, how it looks down here. Can't see it. Where is it? There it is. Looks nice, other than catching that weed at the last minute. Yeah, just there, that's the only bit of weed. You see, we came through without any weed there, so that's a clearer run. Good one, good. Be a bit slower now. Now we've located a clearer spot. Slowed it right up now, just to see. Yes, yes, yes. What we got? It was a bit pikey, but it could be a perch. No rolling yet. I'm thinking that's a... Oh, crikey, it's a massive perch. Oh yes. Whee! That's £2 result. Absolute result. Right, let's come up there and get me mat. There we are. Absolute little stunner on the old Carolinery, and a little curly tail worm. And not long after fishing as well. I'm going to say 42 centimetres for those who want to know that sort of thing. Decent fish. Should we weigh him quick? Let's weigh him quick. There you can see that. £2 5 ounces. An angry old sergeant. Let's film him going back. Ooh. Oh yeah. Oh! You lost a shoe? You lost a shoe? Well, there we are, very short and sweet session. Enjoyed that. Nice big 2-pound perch, catching it pretty quick as well. I've had a few more casts, no signs, no dips, pulls, plucks or anything like that. So quite a bit of weed, and the boaters are coming in force now. All the kids are suddenly rowing up and down, so I'll leave them to it and I'll come back another day and try and catch these perch on a different sort of setup. Maybe come down here with a nice big creature bait, sort of a crayfish or something like that. We'll see. But yeah, quite looking forward to coming back here now.